My name is Trinkelo. Yes, it is a unique name, because of my like of trinkets. Stars, anything sparkly or bejeweled or bedazzled, anything of interest, I'll be all over it like a rash. No, not that I have any rash or any malady of any sort or any dermatological disorder. No, no, no. Look at the skin. It is pearly. Someone say, look at it. Phosphorescent. Yes, it does sparkle like that of silk leaves or oil on a puddle. Oh yes, my birthright, no. My father and my family, a lowly sort of bunch. Yes, my poor laden father, his porch Pyrenees always pouring over his porch butter, burping, belching, no love of life or of language or even of the oxygen that he breathed. No, no, no. Yes, but he was always looking for a bit of a tit. Ugh. So I knew as soon as I had the means to be, I would be out of there. And I were. The day I saw those traveling players, those jongleurs, they were. Oh yes, everything was much more magnificent. The magic went with them, behind them, their footsteps glamoring and glimmering, and that were of interest to me. Yes, it were. Oh yes, so the day I knew I would be away with them, like the music of a pipe, I would be free. And the minute I had the chance, I was gone. After many years with these jongleurs, we did come upon the king's court. Oh yes, and I did take a great bloody risk that day for those that were enduing. Yes, you see, we were putting on this play. It was very shoddy, in fact. Low costumes, poor production, awfully written, going very badly. The king himself was dozing off into a slumber, as if a bit of drool came to fall from his lip. I did leap forward and snatch that up. Everything came to a standstill and quiet, and you could have heard a ticking of clock if clocks had been invented yet, but of course they hadn't been. Yes, and everyone was afraid, peering onward, eyes agape, mouths agog, peering onward. Yes, and he did raise his fist and suddenly come to and look at me and raise his fist as if he were to strike me, and so he did slap my fine leg and let out a howling bellow. Yes, he did, and I have been riding on that tidal wave of his laughter ever since. He did make much of me. Oh yes, made me his plaything, protected me under his ermine robe. I have never left the king since, and I have been protected by him since that day. And now you ask why it is I like being a jester, because there ain't no place too high that I can't reach, like the Tower of Babel itself, climbing that fence to touch a god's tippy toes and watching it fall to the ground like it did as well as Babylon. Now there ain't no one too high I can communicate with, and there ain't no one too low I can't communicate with, and there ain't no God, and there ain't no religion, and no one is looking over us or wants us to succeed, and God is our enemy, and God wants to destroy us. Now I was royalty not by birth but by my talent, and I have never left the court since. I've made some friends along the way and I've made some enemies, but I always knew I never wanted to go into the action, I never wanted to study kinesis, and I never wanted to be married. So it is written in the stars, so here it is and here I am, and that is how I became the king's jester. Come from your future. 3,000 years. The man who has been in contact with you is our father. Also your genetic line. He wants to kill you so that we may never exist. We are your offspring. We are your children. We have worshipped you our entire lives. When we found out we must undertake this mission, we gladly risked our lives to make this journey. Open your mind, great-grandfather. We must kill off the weak humans that make our species regress into the vermin that walks our earth and breathes our air. Why? Why do you care, huh? Why do you care? It's none of your business. What do you know about what happens after you leave here today? All you people do is sit there and wait for the fucked up case file to land on your desk, but you have no idea what it's like in the real world. Just stop it. Stop it. You're not listening to me. I'm not talking about me, okay? I'm talking about Susan Conway. I'm talking about when maybe the system's help is not enough, when it fails. Have you ever asked yourself, maybe, why, maybe? Some women find it difficult to leave. Maybe they're afraid, and maybe they're afraid their husbands will come find them and kill them later, like Maria. Look, I never asked for your help. This is all I've got. This is all I know. This is my home. This is my life.